I'll date back to when I moved back to New York. I was in college in Arizona, as you know, and I came back to New York with a goal to be like a stylist. I really wanted to do that. So I started working at the store called Intermix. And I figured like I'd learn like a lot about designers and like, you know, even how to fold clothes and meet different types of people and see how things fit. And from there I had met a celebrity stylist who styled like Swizz Beatz and like Jay-Z and like a bunch of different rappers, and he kind of like took me under his wing. And one day he was doing a Budweiser ad campaign and he was like, we need a female stylist, and he was like, we need a female stylist. Do you want to do it? And I had never done a photo shoot in my life, but I'm like, yeah, of course I'll do it. You know, you have to have that attitude. It's very much like if you say you can do something, you'll end up doing it. And at that shoot, I brought a pair of scissors and a robe in my bag, and I ended up cutting pants into shorts, turning the robe into a dress, and like it ended up being a global ad campaign for Budweiser, and that was the first photo shoot I ever did. And from there, Swizz Beatz asked the guy who I did it with, he said, do you know any female stylists? Alicia Keys needs a stylist for Girl on Fire. And this was 2012, and they asked me to put a mood board together, and I didn't quite know what it was for. Like it was really doing like a, you know, image consulting, which is creating someone's look and like what their look is going to be for their press tour, for you know, for all sorts of stuff, and even like personal shopping. So I put a little mood board together, and I got the job. So my first client was Alicia Keys, which was really crazy to me, and it allowed me to learn a lot at once. Kind of like jumping into like having this, you know, amazing client and going to stores and totally wardrobing. You know, I went to Jeffrey's and Saks and Intermix and all these stores really without a budget, and kind of was able to just and just, you know, pick out things that I thought she might like, and we did a series of like 10 different fittings to do, you know, to create looks for about 6 months worth of touring. So that's really what got me into styling. It went from like working in a store to doing a global ad campaign.
And were you styling like that for Alicia before you kind of created your thigh highs sort of thing? Was that...
So design was a totally different thing. After I worked with Alicia Keys, I had worked with Lindsay Lohan, who, you know, I met through ICM because she was a client of theirs, and that was I learned so much from that situation.
I know, she makes me laugh.
I mean, like it was just like a lot to get thrown into. I was hired by A&E Networks, which is Lifetime. She did the Elizabeth Taylor movie. And I had a contract with them, which I styled her for like Good Morning America, Ellen DeGeneres, Jay Leno, the red carpet. So that was again like another situation. I'd never done anything like that before, and like it was really fun to, you know, learn how to, you know, do the press show room. So like work with fashion houses and you know, try to find different designers for the client to collaborate with. And again, like a huge learning experience. And I think from then, you know, from being in the public eye slightly, you know, with these clients of mine, I'm seeing, you know, Alicia Keys, she started a charity called Keep a Child Alive, and she invited me to this charity event with her. And at that event, before she got on stage to perform, she looked at me and she was like, Sam, I feel like a rock star. Like, I feel so good about myself. And like, it was amazing for me to be able to do that for her. And at that moment, it kind of connected why I love styling. And it wasn't about finding Chanel bags and putting the most fabulous things. It's about making someone feel good. And when you attach a meaning to your career, it stops becoming a job. It's a passion, and it really like puts everything together. So
makes you work harder when you feel that way. So
that night she got like a $50,000 check for her charity, and I was like blown away because she acted as if it was like $1 million. And like I had seen other clients of mine like have that kind of money and just